Hello YouTube orchid lovers, it's Lynn from Western Australia. Guess where I've been? I've been to the op shop again. And I don't know how well you can see this because it's a bit dark, but see this lovely shelf? It was marked for $30.25 and I asked them if they'd take $20 for it. She said yes. I think they couldn't wait to get it out of the shop probably. So guess what I've done with it? I'm hanging my mounts and a few other things. And let me show you. A couple of days ago I went to an orchid farm and I bought a little haul. And this tiny little mini Phalaenopsis was part of that haul. And she's a real sweetie. She's white with a, I don't know, sort of a mustardy yellow lip. She's very tiny, had 3 spikes, and this is the last of the 3rd spike. It was probably $15, which is the usual price for an orchid, but he marked it way down. And I don't know how much exactly because I ended up getting 7 orchids for $50. So I brought her home and I've put her in this, I don't know if you can see it, this little mesh basket. And I filled it with sphagnum and that's where she's going to live. So isn't that cute? And I'm hanging her the right way as she'd grow in the orchid jungle. Now this one here is another little mount that I did a while back, and it's an equitant, what do they call them, a Tolomnia. And over here I have a Dendrobium, it's a Dockrilla. See if I can find out. Duffy, Dendrobium Duffy it's called, but it's a Dockrilla. And going down, this is an older plant now that I got about 6 weeks ago. My White Wonderland. Behind it is an Oncidium that I got from the orchid nursery, and I've planted it in a $2 peg basket. Have a look at that. See, it's like a plastic mesh, and I drilled holes in the bottom. Wonderful drainage, wonderful airflow. And it's nice and wide, so this orchid's got a habit of going laterally, so it's got quite a bit of room to move to the side there. Huh, look at that, we've even got a mop in the picture. How about that, you lucky viewers? Now going down, 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 on bended knee. Now, this was a subject that happened to get discussed on one of Roger Frampton's videos, and this is my Sologeny Fimbriata alba, which one of my Orchid Society members thought it might have been a bulbophyllum. So there you are, Rog, if you watch this you're getting a shot of it. It's got a little bit of Tillandsia what's it hanging around in there. And this little mount is another Tolomnia in a fish tank prop, and this one I bought a huge Cattleya at a home garden sale a couple of months back now, and I split it up into about at least half a dozen pieces, and I thought I'd mount some. So there we are, we've got a Cattleya on a mount, and this wood I believe is Jarrah. It's a hardwood, an Australian tree, and let's see if I can read the name on the label. Cattleya Intermedia var alba by Cattleya Skinnerii, and I do believe it's quite a nice orchid. And going down just a little bit more, and I have 2 maidenhair ferns. They're actually different from the usual maidenhair. See how tiny the leaves are on that leaf? It's sort of like a couple of types on one, and this one is different again. And they were the result of a visit to another orchid growing friend who grows mainly paphs, and and he's got a greenhouse just full of stuff like that. His grandson is in the Boy Scouts and they sell them for $2 each, so I bought a couple from him. And I'll just do a quick pan on my other flower shelf because I don't really talk a great deal about my other orchids. So over here I've got a few experiments, and that's my bulb phyllum, which I made a movie on about a week ago. A little tiny, it's almost at its end now. What do you call it? Oncidium Twinkle. And a few experiments that I'm doing in Laker, semi-hydro, just to see what's happening, where they go. A few other cuttings. I love taking cuttings to see if I can make them grow. It's amazing what you can do. And I've got an infant sherry baby here. Now this was a seedling that I got from the big box store, and it's actually grown. I've had it probably about a month. It's grown a huge amount, and that also is in lacquer. And oh, this one, here's another one that was in the haul from the orchid farm. Now the flowers have actually dropped off, but just cop a load of this, if you will. Let me put it back. Isn't it gorgeous? And because it's only like a juvenile plant, he didn't have any that were bigger flowering. So this was one of the freebies I got. So I got another one of these. Oh, and it is gorgeous. I'm so in love with this flower. It's beautiful. Oh, just some bits and pieces here. This is a really bad Oncidium that is just so in such poor condition. Oncidium, God, I can't see it for the life of me. Kaolani or Kaolani, however you say that, I don't know, I've really butchered that. But I divided it in the beginning of the year just after I got it, because it was a huge plant and it's just never forgiven me for doing that to it. I actually bought that on eBay from the eastern states. So anyway, this is its last chance. If it doesn't kick back now, it's a goner. And just here I've got a couple of rescue cymbidiums. I rescued some cymbidiums last year from a man who couldn't look after his plants anymore, and they were in such poor condition, but these back bulbs have managed to actually sprout. Hang on, I could be lying to you here, I could be really lying. No, that's another Kaolani. Oh dear, what a fibber. And what have we got here? Let's have a look. Oh, my pink puff Miltoniopsis. That's probably going to go into Laker as well, so I can keep it well enough hydrated, because I believe it likes to be quite moist. And this is just 2 cuttings from my next door neighbour. It's a beautiful, beautiful, bright red dianthus. And I'm a red lady, I love anything red. And just here in this little setup, I've got a Hoya lacunosa. I love taking Hoya cuttings. I love them. These are Hoya cuttings. Everywhere I go, if I see a Hoya, I take a cutting. And they're doing quite well. And 3 little flowers down there. And my sundew, I better put that there. That's just to catch some flies, some, what do you call it, that grow in the, or that live in the soil medium. What else? A few little Phalaenopsis there, which are not looking the greatest, but hopefully they're going to do something for me. Last but not least, this was the only flower I bought at the plant farm that's in bloom, and it's a purple Oncidium, and it's quite a good specimen actually. Look at that, for $15. But really it wasn't $15 because, as I said, I've got 7 plants for $50. So I really, and Andy threw in a block of sphagnum for me. How about that? And just a couple of begonias that have probably seen their better day up there. Wow, this is my longest video, folks. What have we got down here? Oh, just a few odds and sods that I don't really want to talk about. There's some cuttings in here. What have I got in here? Oh, epiphyllum. I love epiphyllums, and again, every time I see an epiphyllum, I take a cutting, which reminds me I've got some in my bag that I need to go and rescue. So I'd better finish this and put those poor things in some fluid. Okay, talk soon again. Bye-bye.